Wow!
During the summer of 2016, my church held something called Summer Recess, where the church was open nearly every weekday for the youth to come and hang out.
Oh, don't yell.
Overwatch was the hottest new multiplayer game at the time, and my youth pastor had it downloaded on his beefy Alienware laptop. This thing was fat, and it had all the bells and whistles. I'm talking RGB keyboard, a monster GPU, and a large display. The game was like nothing I'd ever seen before. Beautiful graphics, fully fleshed gameplay mechanics, diverse characters, oh, and a masterfully structured rank system. It had it all. When it was my turn to play, it was suggested I pick this so-called broken character, Bastion, who had a turret form. I was on the map Volskaya Industries, and I had the absolutely genius and completely original idea of propping myself up on the conveyor belt. As soon as I pressed M1, I knew this game was my next obsession. I didn't have a PC at the time, but my dad owned a PS4, which the game ran on. One weekend, I finally convinced my dad to let me buy the game, and he was nice enough to take me to Best Buy to get a copy. I was so eager to play that it was the first thing I did right when I got home. With over 20 characters to choose from at the time, I wasn't sure what I wanted my main character to be until I came across this video.
No, you just play Junkrat. Just pick Junkrat. It always works. He's the best character in the game.
Now, given by my choice of main, if you deduced that I was completely ass at the video game, you'd be right.
How long am I here? Wow!
I wanted to switch to PC because I thought keyboard and mouse would be easier, but my dad only ever bought MacBooks. And the 2015 Surface Book. That was right, we had one Windows computer, and this puppy had a graphics card. So I rebought the game for Windows, and when I launched it for the first time, the frame rate was like 24. It felt like a PowerPoint presentation. Granted, it was on high settings for some reason, so I just turned them all to low. Now, mind you, this laptop was 13 inches, so every time I played, I was squinting like crazy. I continued to play on the laptop until I realized I had a 21-inch monitor in my room and I could connect it to the laptop. And the day I did, bang, setup was looking nice and the game was much more enjoyable. Now, in order to monitor how much time I spent playing, my parents made me play in the living room. My setup ended up being right next to the kitchen, which meant my mom could keep an eye on me at all times. Moreover, I was only given 2 hours of screen time on each weekend. And at a certain point, my mom printed out these sheets full of 5-minute boxes, which me and my sisters had to check off as we played. But I was sly. Let's say a game lasted 19 minutes, I'd check off 3 boxes. Maybe even 2 if I was feeling devious. Eventually, I reached the level where competitive mode unlocked. I sweated extremely hard during my 10 placement matches, and I won a majority of them. I got bronze. I didn't even have 1000 SR. I knew I had to grind ranked, and my urge to play got so bad that at a certain point, I would quote unquote go to bed around 10 p.m. on the weekends and literally wait in my room for 3 entire hours just for my parents to go to bed. Then around 1 a.m., I would tiptoe downstairs and turn on the computer to play ranked. I was crazy addicted to this game. However, one night, or morning rather, because at this point it was 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm absolutely farming the enemy team on Genji until I suddenly see a dark shadow looming in front of me. It's my mom. I was utterly cooked, and she sent me to bed immediately. The next morning after breakfast, I had another talk with my parents, to which they also grounded me from the game for 3 months. I was still allowed to play video games, just not Overwatch. Now, after the 3-month hiatus, I eased back into the game, and since I was getting into YouTube at the time, I made this dog shit. I'll just end the video on this. This video took a long time to make, so subscribe down below right now. Right now. Right now. Yes, right now. And I'll see y'all next video.